From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Well, he's definitely difficult to account for out of the backfield, and he makes something happen there with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and this is nothing more than a simple screen pass, but he does a really nice job of showing patience and letting his blockers get out in front of him. And he turns it into really nice yardage. And the next-gen stats tells us he took it better than 30 yards after that catch. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And only able to muster a couple, down to about... So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Attack, attack! Yellow, yellow! Yellow!
Mahomes now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They'd been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco.
35 yards.
And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Singletary to get the drive started.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. And we're back at the 36. It will go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up the 3rd down. Six-0 our score after 1.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of the yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Allen now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Allen going to go on 4th down. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 4th down, here's the option. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. George Karlaftis. That is now 2 sacks for him here in his 1st half. When you're down a couple of scores like this, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance. 2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Mahomes going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to try and go deep again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them. Because they're really outside of...
Touchdown! Stephon Diggs, 48 yards. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
On 1st down, Mahomes. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Pick it up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figured they could at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They put awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Allen will try again on 2nd down.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you gotta stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
It's complete to Cook. Touchdown, Bills.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Allen will try to throw for it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Justin Reed.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a pickup of 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Dancing to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Mahomes.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your...
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Here's the option going right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 25 yards.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that come.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first two-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for two so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today, but if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead, the effort hasn't lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Yellow.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Third and short, McKinnon. And he's got room. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.